everyone.
Hello guys.
So today we're talking about English, the language of English. And why is that?
Yeah, we are talking about English because we have some word which we do pronounce differently. Because Meg, she speak American English, I speak British English. And then, as you know, Kenya, we have two.
How many? One, two?
Yeah, just two. Two national language, which is English and Swahili.
Yeah.
So we're gonna say how we gonna say
I didn't know what was supposed to come next. This is not a script, people. This is just live.
Yeah.
This is real life. Okay, but in Kenya, it's like most people speak English and Swahili, but then they also speak their mother tongue, and there's like 40, how many? 47.
I think 42 there are, 42, 43, I don't know.
42,
Yeah.
about 42 like mother tongue languages for different tribes and stuff. So it's like people's English will depend on their mother tongue, and so that depends on their pronunciation. But like there's different vocabulary words. There's just
Also
a lot of
also it will depend on where you are brought from. Like let's say you are from which part of Kenya. Also that one affect your pronunciation in some words. Yeah, so it's all about that. Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna start off with vocabulary words that are just different. And people ask us like, oh, do you guys have problems communicating sometimes? And it's yes, but it's not because we don't both speak the same language. It's because our language is different, but it's both English, you know? So these are just English words, and sometimes I will admit we have a hard time, and I'll be like, what is that word that you're saying? And he'll have to repeat it like 5 times, and finally he writes it down. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah,
It takes a while sometimes.
Yeah, but it's not that often. Sometimes it's because maybe some things the way we pronounce them or some things the way we name them is not the way she named them. So that somehow can bring out some issues, but not a lot of things. Yeah, just some few things.
And to make sure that we cover our bases, it's like we're not saying we speak for every American, he speaks for every Kenyan. It's our regions. I know I'm from the Midwest back home, so I'm more Midwest English in how I pronounce things, so keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm going to show you some things, and you're going to tell me what you call them, and I'll tell you what I call them, okay? So, not the pencil part, but on the end of the pencil, what do you call that little thing up there?
Okay guys, she's talking about this thing. This thing, you usually find it on the pencils. This thing we call it, for me I call it rubber, not rubber. Rubber.
The rubber with an R, yeah.
Rubber with the R. So I call it rubber. I don't know.
And what do you do with a rubber?
You rub something.
You rub
maybe
something.
you want to delete something from the book.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just rub it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
We call it an eraser because we erase with it. So it's both a noun and a verb. Okay, look, we're getting some grammar. Woohoo! Grammar time. Okay, what is this thing here? Besides the most comfortable thing in the world to wear, it is a what? Notice this part up here.
Okay, this thing, the way it is, it's full. Yeah. Yeah.
What do you call this?
The way it is, for me, I do call it jumper.
Jumper.
I don't know how you call it, but for me, I do call it jumper. But I think most of people they call it jumper.
And
don't lie, just
why? This one I just don't get. Jumper.
I don't know where it jumps, but we call it jumper.
We call it a hoodie because there's clearly a hood that you put on your head. So
I don't know why we call it jumper. Well, those people who are in the same bracket with me, we call it jumper.
Be on my side. Okay, but say this didn't have the hood. It was just like straight across. What would you call it? Still a jumper?
Sweater.
Okay, we call it a sweatshirt. So you know what? That one we can almost agree on. Almost.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you call these guys here?
These guys, you can see.
I feel like it's a fashion show. Fashion show. Fashion show.
This one, according to me,
Uh-huh.
we do call it trouser.
Trouser.
Yeah.
I call them pants or jeans because these are specifically jeans. But trouser.
They are jeans, yeah, they are jeans, but you have to be specific. Jeans, trouser.
Okay. Trousers. If you say trousers to me, I think of like 50-year-old, 60-year-old women wear these like trousers. I don't know. To me, trouser is like for older women, middle-aged women. So that one confuses me. Yeah.
Why is it for older women? Why?
That's
Why?
that could be just my perception. Maybe back home people.
Yeah, it's my perception, but you have to explain why. Just tell me why.
I think because in the stores and stuff where they market things. Oh my goodness, that's another one. Stores.
Stores is where you store things.
No, stores are where you buy things.
No, those are supermarkets.
Supermarkets are called grocery stores. Okay.
No, grocery stores are where you buy greens and what is it? And maybe beans, maize, whatever. Those are groceries.
Yeah.
But you cannot call a supermarket a grocery.
So yours is produce. You buy produce at a grocery, and you buy other things like bread and juice.
Bread, jam, juice, whatever.
Chips.
Yeah, in the supermarket.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the stores is where you store things. Let's say you have harvested, you want to store things, or you have came from the supermarket, you have a lot of things, you want to store them in a small store. Yeah, in the store where you can be picking one by one.
I will say that one gets really confusing for me because I'm like, oh yeah, I went to the store, and people think you just went to like a closet. We would call it a closet or a pantry or something, and I'm like, yeah, I went to the store, I got all this, and they're like, what? How did you get all that at a store? I'm like, oh, store for me is like anywhere you buy something. So it's a very broad term. I forgot about that one. See, we keep thinking of more and more.
Guys, what do you think? Should it be called store or supermarket? How do you call it? And why do you call it store or supermarket?
You know, so many of these things you just say because it's what people taught you or what other people say.
Yeah, and most of them is because you found people calling them the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just funny. It's just how you brought up, and then when someone asks you why, you're like, why do we? Yeah, it is kind of.
Even you ask yourself, and why do I call it?
Yeah. I would say that's a good thing.
Even sometimes you ask yourself, and why am I called that?
Okay.
Why am I called me?
That's getting very deep. Yeah. Very deep. Let's bring it back.
Yeah, it's something that you are not explained why, so even you yourself, you don't know why.
You just do it. Yeah. Okay, next item. This thing here. You see there's like dates, and I've written like I have class, I have this assignment.
This thing, according to me, we do all with those people who are the same as me. We do call it diary. I don't know how you call it, but for me I do call it diary.
Diary. I call it a planner.
Planner.
Because it helps you plan your life. That one makes sense, right? But diaries for us.
Planner,
diaries are a book where you write like your feelings, you write what happened. It's not so. This is more like logistics, and that one is more feelings and events. So.
But what is the difference? Because most they are the same. They have the same date. They
Yeah.
have the same place of life. Right?
Yeah, I get that.
And then you can store them later, both of them.
For me, I can't write all of my thoughts and feelings on 6 lines. I need like to write as much as I can, and then so that's why diaries.
You can summarize.
I can't summarize. Okay, what's this thing called? This beaut.
This one, for me, I do call it slippers. How do you call it? I do call it slippers.
I call it a flip-flop. Flip-flop. Say flip-flop.
Yeah, I will say tomorrow.
I want to hear it now.
I'll say tomorrow.
So flip-flop. But even some people back home, they'll call them thongs. And that makes thongs. It makes me uncomfortable because it's underwear. Yeah. Exactly. I do not like it. They're like, oh, where are your thongs? I'm like,
them not to hear.
Krenda. Okay. What am I missing? So, that place that you go and eat. You eat food.
You eat in a hotel. Yeah, we call it hotels.
You call it hotels?
You can call it hotel, a restaurant, or cave, or cafe. Cafe or cave. I don't know. Or you can call it, what's the other name? Or a resort. Resort.
Yeah, for us, a restaurant is where you eat, a hotel is where you sleep. And so a hotel can have a restaurant inside of it, but it gets confusing because people will ask us, they're like, oh, how was your hotel last night? I'm like, what hotel? We went and got some food in town or something. So hotel is like, you eat there. And it confuses me because you also call like a place that you sleep at, we call it
lodge. or accommodation, a place for accommodation. Yeah, it can be either in a hotel, in a resort.
Yeah.
We call it lodge or accommodation,
Yes.
something like that.
So that one confuses me pretty much. The next one I was thinking is with education. There's lots of differences in education. Like for instance, before we go to grade 1, we are in kindergarten. Before kindergarten, there's preschool. What do you have? Before class 1, what do you have?
For me, I can say, when I was learning, there was nothing like grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. Those things, it never existed. All we had for me, there was something we called junior nursery and then senior nursery, and then you go to class 1, class 2, then to class 4, 4 to 8, from 8 you get to into form 1 up to form 4, then from form 4 just go to university or college or where you want to go.
Yeah, and for us we don't have form 1 through 4, we have freshman, sophomore, junior, senior.
Wow.
So it gets a bit more confusing. Like that's one of those things I came to Kenya, I'm like, that makes more sense. Actually, form 1 instead of freshman. It's like I know there's a whole history why we're called freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, but
yeah, at least we have someone good in Kenya.
You have one part of Kenyan English that I'm like, okay, I'll accept it. Oh, you guys also have baby class, which is like before nursery or something?
No, it's what I said.
Baby class is
There's
nursery.
junior and senior, which is baby class, and
class.
the senior class, yeah.
Baby class just cracks me up. I don't know why. I see like little babies like at desks.
Nowadays there is kindergartens. There is I don't know what those things. Even for now, I don't understand even how the education system works now in Kenya. I don't understand. For it, I don't understand.
It's confusing. I will say the education system here is confusing to me. Okay, and in cars, there's like specific words in cars that are very different. So for instance, that front part of a car that you lift, that the engine is inside.
Check the engine.
Uh-huh.
That part, for me, I do call it bonnet. I don't know how you call it, but for me, I do call it bonnet.
I call it a hood.
Hood? Like this one for the jumper?
Yeah.
For the...
For the hoodie, yes, like a hood and a hoodie.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Why do you call it that?
Because it's on the top, I guess. I don't know.
Or it's because it's also covering the engine.
Yeah, exactly. You know what?
Yeah.
You might be onto something. And a bonnet, do you know what a bonnet is? Like, besides on a car? A bonnet is like an old-fashioned like hat ladies used to wear. So yours is also a hat. So it's like the hat for the engine. So that's a fun fact. And then
also, there's something we put on head. We call it cape.
Oh my goodness.
For us, we call it cape.
That one annoys me. Cape, and we call it a hat.
Which is like this. It prevents you from the sun.
Right.
It's always like, oh, you are shy. You want to put.
We call it a hat or a cap, but you guys pronounce it cape for some reason.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
I call it cape.
A cape is like the thing you wear when you're a superhero and it's like flying off your back. That's a cape. So anyway, what's on the back of a car? Like you lift and you put your luggage in.
A boot.
A boot. We call it a trunk.
Plus we call it boot.
Just accept it.
Boot.
And then the final car thing I thought of is the stuff that you put in your car to make it go. Go, go, go. The thing you put in your car to make it go.
Oh, there is fuel, which is petrol, diesel. It depends, in how you call it, but it's either fuel or. But when you say fuel, it's in general. So you have to say which fuel do you need. So you can say I need petrol or diesel. Yeah.
And we call it gas, which is short for gasoline.
Gas is for cooking.
Not cooking gas. Don't try to cook with gasoline. I think that would probably explode.
So here, if you go to the petrol station, tell them you need a gas. They'll give you a gas cylinder.
They'll give me gas for cooking. I don't want that.
So you have to be specific. I need petrol or diesel.
Yeah. So those are some of the words that we found were different, and I know there are so many more between Kenyan and American English, but those are just some. And then on pronunciation, there's a couple words that are a little kind of funny to me. I find this funny. Okay, how do you pronounce this word right here?
Shepherd.
A shepherd is a person who takes care of sheep and cows and goats. We call it a shepherd. We cut off that second H. We don't care about that second H.
Sure.
Shepherd. Say it.
For me, I call it shepherd.
Shepherd.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Shepherd.
And then what about this one? I have a visual. We just got them today. What do you call this one?
Biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a biscuit, guys. It's a biscuit.
It's a biscuit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will say, even in our culture back home, we don't even eat a biscuit. Biscuit.
Biscuit.
Oh,
Biscuit.
You're close.
Biscuit.
Your accent is getting there.
Biscuit.
But I will say, culturally, we do not eat these at home. This is a very British thing to eat. So we don't even care about biscuits, because our biscuits, let me tell you, are fluffy. And you put butter and honey on top, and you put some gravy. And guys, Americans back home, don't think you're missing out on biscuits here, because they are dry, hard things you put with tea. They're not fluffy buttermilk biscuits. Oh my. Okay, I'm making myself hungry. I should probably stop.
Yeah, but they're nice.
Let me
They're
stop.
sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't eat biscuits so much.
Because they're dry and not great. But anyway,
It's not weird. It's because of
they are dry.
Because of the teeth.
Dry.
My teeth.
Okay. Next, one phrase. I know there's more phrases, and I think I'll think of more. But one phrase that I just don't get is when you say next week but one. What does that mean?
Next week, but one, that means a week. Let's say next week, but one. On this week, but next week. You understand? Not this week, but the coming week. So we call it next week, but one.
But one.
So the third one.
So it's like you have to do addition.
This one, the other one, the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
American English makes it simple. Instead of making you have to add, like this one plus one, they just say the week after next. So not next week, but the week after that. So this one confuses me all the time because it's used in my schooling. And so people will be like, oh, exams are next week but one, or next month but one. I'm like, so when? I wish they would just say it's the week after that one, or the month after. So that one gets me really confused, I'm not gonna lie.
What do you think, guys?
Mhm.
And I'm taking tea, not alcohol.
It's, what did we get? We got some like
Yeah.
berry blast fruit infusion tea today.
Yeah. So
like it.
it's so nice.
Yeah. Okay, so now to finish up, we have 2 tongue twisters, which are just fun in any language, but especially to do it across 2 different accents, I think. It's fun to hear. Okay, so the first one. I'm going to say it 3 times as fast as I can. Are you ready, folks? I'll go first, okay? Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Woo! Champion. Okay. Your turn, sir. Good luck.
Oh,
That one
Jesus.
right there. As fast as you can.
Okay.
Mhm.
So this time, twister, you find it there. It is there.
We'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, just try it. It goes like this. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather.
You did it. You know, I'm
did it.
impressed. I'm impressed because the R and the L is usually kind of tricky for you. You'll like switch them up.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, you are not born speaking English.
Yes.
Got it there in primary schools and in
Yeah.
schools. But so
That was impressive. Guys.
here's another one here. I think I should go first because
Yes.
she had done a lot of practice for me. I have not done it. This is the
Okay.
first time I have seen this. So
Oh, best of luck then.
let me try.
Say it 3 times fast.
You need unique New York. Unique New York needs you. You need unique New York. Unique New York needs you. You need unique New York. Unique New York needs you.
You know what? Again,
I did it.
very impressed. I should have made these harder.
No, it's hard. It's hard, guys.
Hey.
You try. You try.
You'll
Tell
see
me
it's hard.
how it is, but
Okay.
keep trying.
So now it's my turn, and I have to say this one is really tricky for me.
I think she should go faster than I because she's used to English. English is her mother tongue.
But let
Not
me
like-
tell you,
So
can I tell you something? I'm sure I've told you this before, but when I was younger, I had a speech impediment, so I had a hard time saying like my R's, kind of like you sometimes have a hard time with R's. So when words have R's, like the word brewery, you know, like where they brew beer, it's very hard for me to say. And so when I'm going fast, or like if I'm cold or tired, my tongue is kind of lazy. It's a lazy tongue. It always has been since a child. So this one is hard because of my lazy tongue. There's my excuse. Okay, even though I'm a native English speaker. Okay. You need unique New York, New York, New York. You need unique New York, New York, New York. You need unique New York, New
I
York.
won this.
Unique New York needs you.
I have won.
I feel like feel like I just made up a new language. That sounded like a new language.
Yeah,
to me.
it's like an alien language.
Unique New York. Unique New York means you.
Alien language.
Thank you, everyone. And to finish today, we're going to hear one more type of English. And it is not Kenyan or American. It is Dan's English.
That's my English. You used to speak it when we were in primary school when we want to annoy you.
So what would you say? In your Dan's English, what would you say?
Go away, goat.
Go away, goat.
Go away.
So they would say that to make people leave. And I don't know why. I think it's the funniest.
To make you annoy.
It's the funniest thing. It doesn't annoy me.
People.
It makes me laugh when I hear it. Especially the accent. Go away, goat. Am I saying it this sound? Anyway, that is what we have today. I'm sure we'll think of more. And if you think of any, go ahead and comment and tell us some differences you found in the English, or how you would pronounce the words that we said today. Yeah, we would love to hear from you.
And guys, for those who have been asking questions, we are not yet married.
Yes.
We are still students. She's a student, I'm a student, so we are still students. But please subscribe to our channel, comment there, share with us what you have as we share with you what we have.
Yeah.
And that's it. Okay, so what do you want to say?
Thank you and goodbye.
And subscribe again.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
Yep.